Why borehole water is a superior alternative to tap water. An in-depth analysis. Water is a fundamental resource, essential to life and critical for various human activities, from agriculture to industrial processes and personal use. Traditionally, tap water has been the primary source of water for many households and businesses. However, with increasing awareness of environmental sustainability, economic efficiency, and the potential benefits of alternative water sources, borehole water has emerged as a compelling option. This article will explore why people should consider transitioning to borehole water, highlighting the economic, environmental, and practical advantages of borehole water over tap water. The rising cost of tap water. One of the most significant factors driving the shift from tap water to borehole water is the escalating cost of tap water. In many parts of the world, the cost of municipal water has been steadily increasing due to various factors, including aging infrastructure, increased demand, and the rising costs of water treatment and distribution. Consumers are feeling the financial strain, particularly in regions where water is scarce or where extensive infrastructure maintenance is required. Tap water costs are not limited to the water used. They also include various additional fees, such as service charges, taxes, and penalties for excessive use. These costs can accumulate quickly, especially in households or businesses with high water consumption. In contrast, borehole water, after the initial investment in drilling and installation, typically incurs minimal ongoing costs. The water extracted from a borehole is generally free, aside from the electricity used to pump it, making it a cost-effective alternative in the long run. The problem with water leaks. A common issue with tap water systems is the problem of leaks. Whether it's a dripping faucet, a burst pipe, or an underground leak, the consequences can be both financially and environmentally damaging. When water leaks occur in a municipal water system, consumers are often still billed for the lost water, as the water meter registers the volume passing through it regardless of whether it ends up being used or wasted. This can lead to unexpectedly high water bills, further exacerbating the financial burden on households and businesses. Moreover, undetected leaks can cause significant damage to property, leading to costly repairs and potential health hazards from mold growth. In some cases, leaks may go unnoticed for extended periods, especially if they occur underground or in less frequently used parts of a building, leading to the loss of thousands of liters of water and the associated costs. Borehole water systems, on the other hand, are generally simpler and more localized, making them easier to monitor and maintain. Because the water is sourced directly from the ground on site, the risk of extensive and undetected leaks is significantly reduced. If a leak does occur in a borehole system, it is usually easier and quicker to identify and repair, minimizing water loss and preventing the associated financial and environmental costs. Environmental sustainability. Water is a finite resource, and the increasing demand for water in many parts of the world is putting pressure on natural water sources, leading to depletion, contamination, and environmental degradation. Municipal water systems, which rely on surface water sources such as rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, are particularly vulnerable to these pressures. The extraction of large volumes of water from these sources can lead to reduced water levels, loss of biodiversity, and negative impacts on ecosystems. Borehole water, in contrast, taps into underground aquifers, which are often less susceptible to contamination and depletion than surface water sources. By using borehole water, individuals and businesses can reduce their reliance on overburdened municipal water systems and help alleviate the pressure on surface water resources. This contributes to the preservation of ecosystems and promotes a more sustainable approach to water use. Moreover, the treatment and distribution of municipal water requires significant amounts of energy, contributing to greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. Borehole water, on the other hand, typically requires less energy for extraction and can often be used with minimal treatment, reducing the overall carbon footprint associated with water use. Independence and reliability. One of the most compelling reasons to consider borehole water is the independence it provides. Relying on municipal water systems means being subject to the availability, pricing, and quality standards set by external entities. In times of drought, water restrictions, or infrastructure failures, access to tap water can be limited or disrupted, leaving consumers vulnerable to shortages and price hikes. Borehole water systems offer a level of self-sufficiency that tap water cannot match. By drilling a borehole and installing the necessary pumping and storage equipment, households and businesses can secure a reliable and consistent water supply that is less susceptible to external factors. This is particularly important in regions prone to water scarcity or where the municipal water infrastructure is aging or poorly maintained. In addition, borehole water systems can be designed to meet specific needs, such as irrigation, industrial processes, or domestic use. This flexibility allows users to optimize their water supply according to their requirements, further enhancing the efficiency and sustainability of their water use. Water quality and health benefits. Water quality is another critical consideration when choosing between tap water and borehole water. Municipal water systems are subject to stringent regulations and standards to ensure that the water supplied to consumers is safe for consumption. However, despite these regulations, tap water can still be subject to contamination from various sources, including aging pipes, industrial pollution, agricultural runoff, and chemical treatment processes. Borehole water, when properly managed and tested, can offer superior water quality. Because it is sourced from underground aquifers, borehole water is often naturally filtered through layers of rock and soil, reducing the presence of contaminants and impurities. This natural filtration process can result in water that is cleaner and safer for consumption than surface water sources. However, it is important to note that borehole water quality can vary depending on the local geology and potential sources of contamination. Regular testing and proper maintenance of the borehole system are essential to ensure that the water remains safe and suitable for use. In many cases, simple filtration or treatment systems can be installed to address any specific water quality concerns, providing a reliable source of high-quality water. Long-term financial savings. While the initial cost of drilling a borehole and installing the necessary equipment can be significant, the long-term financial savings can be substantial. Once a borehole is operational, the ongoing costs are generally limited to maintenance, occasional testing, and the energy required to pump the water. In contrast, tap water costs are recurring and can increase over time due to inflation, rising energy costs, and infrastructure maintenance. For households and businesses with high water consumption, the financial savings from using borehole water can be particularly pronounced. Agricultural operations, manufacturing facilities, and large residential properties, in particular, can benefit from the cost savings associated with a reliable and self-sufficient water supply. Even in smaller households, the long-term savings can offset the initial investment, making borehole water a financially sound choice. Moreover, borehole water can add value to a property by providing a sustainable and independent water supply. In regions where water scarcity is a concern, having a borehole can make a property more attractive to buyers or investors, potentially increasing its market value. Legal and regulatory considerations. When considering the transition to borehole water, it is essential to be aware of the legal and regulatory requirements in your area. In some regions, permits or licenses may be required to drill a borehole, and there may be restrictions on the volume of water that can be extracted. It is important to research and comply with all relevant regulations to ensure that your borehole is legal and sustainable. Additionally, water extracted from a borehole is typically not subject to the same taxes and fees as municipal water, further contributing to the cost savings associated with borehole water use. However, in some areas, governments may impose fees or regulations on borehole water used to manage water resources and prevent over-extraction. It is important to stay informed about any changes in regulations that may affect your borehole water system. Environmental and social responsibility. Choosing borehole water over tap water can also be seen as an environmentally and socially responsible decision. By reducing reliance on municipal water systems, individuals and businesses can help alleviate the strain on public water resources, making more water available for essential services, such as hospitals, schools, and emergency services. In addition, borehole water systems can contribute to the resilience of communities by providing a reliable water source during times of crisis, such as natural disasters, droughts, or infrastructure failures. By investing in borehole water, households and businesses can play a role in enhancing the overall water security and sustainability of their communities. Challenges and considerations. While there are many advantages to using borehole water, it is important to be aware of the potential challenges and considerations associated with this alternative water source. The initial cost of drilling a borehole and installing the necessary equipment can be a significant barrier for some households and businesses. It is essential to carefully evaluate the costs and benefits to determine whether a borehole is a viable and cost-effective option. Additionally, the availability and quality of groundwater can vary depending on the local geology and environmental conditions. In some areas, groundwater may be scarce, contaminated, or difficult to access, making borehole water less feasible. It is important to conduct thorough research and possibly consult with experts to assess the suitability of borehole water for your specific location. Another consideration is the ongoing maintenance and monitoring of the borehole system. Regular testing of the water quality, maintenance of the pump and equipment, and monitoring of the water levels in the borehole are essential to ensure the long-term sustainability and reliability of the water supply. Neglecting these responsibilities can lead to problems such as water contamination, equipment failure, or depletion of the aquifer. In conclusion, borehole water offers a compelling alternative to tap water, providing numerous benefits in terms of cost savings, environmental sustainability, water quality, and independence. While there are challenges and considerations associated with transitioning to borehole water, the long-term advantages often outweigh the initial investment and potential difficulties. For households and businesses looking to reduce their reliance on expensive and sometimes unreliable municipal water systems, borehole water presents a